David, together with the commanders of the army, set apart some of the sons of Asaph, Heman, and Jeduthun for the ministry of prophesying, accompanied with harps, lyres, and cymbals. Here is a list of the men who performed this service. From the sons of Asaph, Zakur, Joseph, Nethaniah, and Asarela. The sons of Asaph were under the supervision of Asaph, who prophesied under the king's supervision. As for Jeduthun, from his sons, Gedaliah, Zerai, Jeshaiah, Shimi, Hashabiah, and Mattithiah, 6 in all, under the supervision of their father Jeduthun, who prophesied using the harp in thanking and praising the Lord. As for Heman, from his sons Bukiah, Mattaniah, Uzziel, Shubael, and Jeremoth, Hanani, Eliathah, Gibdalti, and Romapti Ezur, Jeshbakasha, Malathi, Hother, and Mahaziah. All these were sons of Haman, the king's seer. They were given him through the promises of God to exalt him. God gave Haman 14 sons and 3 daughters. All these men were under the supervision of their fathers for the music of the temple of the Lord, with cymbals, lyres, and harps, for the mystery at the house of God. Asaph, Jeduthun, and Heman were under the supervision of the king, along with their relatives, all of them trained and skilled in music for the Lord. They numbered 288. Young and old alike, teacher as well as student, cast lots for their duties. The first lot, which was for Asaph, fell to Joseph, his sons and relatives, 12. The second, Gedaliah, he and his relatives and sons, 12. The third, Zakur, his sons and relatives, 12. The fourth, Isri, his sons and relatives, 12. The fifth, Nethaniah, his sons and relatives, 12. The sixth, Bukiah, his sons and relatives, 12. The seventh, Jeshurallah, his sons and relatives, 12. The eighth, Jeshaiah, his sons and relatives, 12. The ninth, Mattaniah, his sons and relatives, 12. The 10th, Shimi, his sons and relatives, 12. The 11th, to Azarel, his sons and relatives, 12. The 12th, to Hashabiah, his sons and relatives, 12. The 13th, to Shubael, his sons and relatives, 12. The 14th, to Mattithiah, his sons and relatives, 12. The 15th, to Jeremoth, his sons and relatives, 12. The 16th, to Hananiah, his sons and relatives, 12. The 17th, to Joshbekasha, his sons and relatives, 12. The 18th, to Hanani, his sons and relatives, 12. The 19th, to Malathi, his sons and relatives, 12. The 20th, to Eliathah, his sons and relatives, 12. The 21st, to Hother, his sons and relatives, 12. The 22nd, to Gedalti, his sons and relatives, 12. The 23rd, to Mahaziah, his sons and relatives, 12. The 24th, to Romamti Ezur, his sons and relatives, 12.